go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Dwight Howard rejects it.
Ooh, he blocked that with authority.
Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
KD with the rock. To Tobias Harris. Rebound taken by the Knicks. Murray with it. Looking to make something happen. And the basket good at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Burke with it. They trail by 2. To Embiid. Durant. On a pass. Stolen by the Knicks. To Dennis Smith Jr. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Durant across the timeline. Trailing by 4. To Richardson. Jamal Murray pins it. Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Richardson to Durant. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Dennis Smith Jr. has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. Misses the first. Oh, he missed them both. Brunson to Durant. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. Murray into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Ntilikina to Dennis Smith Jr. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did.
Durant to Tobias Harris. Missed a wide open look. Down low to Monroe. Working hard on the glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers him and puts him right on balance every time.
From 18 feet at the buzzer, he's looking for that touch. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. 1 quarter down. Long way to go.
We got this. Let's go.
see what the Knicks can do here. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Smith. Runner here won't go down. Burke with it. Margins 8. To Richardson, beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Alec Burks.
Hey, screen.
To Richardson. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Alec Burks. To Richardson. From long range. The Knicks secured the rebound. Murray into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Josh Richardson, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's a big finish.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Richardson. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. No good. Defense catching a break there. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. They'll let one fly from half court. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando.
The Knicks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Murray with the basketball. The lead is 15. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Durant to Tobias Harris. To Richardson. Almost unlucky bounce. To Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. To recover with the block. That's his third block this evening. Gets it to go in the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Tobias Harris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Can convert the free throw. Murray with it. His guys holding a big lead. Whoa! What a finish! Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Durant. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Time to shuffle things up. Grayson Allen. Dwight Howard swats in. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Harris. Durant. Kevin Durant. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Tanili Kina. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Sixers control it. Durant to Tobias Harris. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Curling inside. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
And a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
Time for some new personnel into the game. To Alec Burks. Shot in the lane won't go. To Howard. And the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Allen. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Payton to lnwlf. Oh, big finish at the rim.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Oh, that's tough.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Here comes the screen. To Payton. Not that time. 15-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Knicks enjoying a sizable lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. KD for two. Kevin Durant, 3 for 6 now.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Rocking the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Off the mark on the first free throw. He missed on a pair. Murray into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down big to Embiid. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To Julius Randle. And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Julius Randle with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Durant to Tobias Harris. Deep 2 there, won't go. Joel Embiid. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Going to launch beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Durant. Harris. Durant, and the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Harris to Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. Smith. And counted at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Durant. Here's a chance from long range, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality, positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
To Howard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Dwight Howard trying to cash in on a three-point play. 56% for his career. Missed it at the line. Work with it. Down a bundle. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Nope. First one does not go. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. The pass set it all up.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's a victory for the Knicks. They'll take a commanding 2-0 lead into Game 3 of this 5-game series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks were simply amazing in this contest. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks. The 76ers really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Assists.
The New York Knicks were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
All right, what's going on, folks? I'm back today with a brand new highlight video from the one. This time, the baller was going crazy from